Good morning, good-looking people, and you're good-looking because you're always looking, and of course, you are finding the good in everything. And then everybody, hope you're well, hope you're having a great week so far. Wishing everybody a ton of success. It is the month of Adar, a month of joy and happiness and great energy, so make sure you tap into it. We're getting close to Purim. Today's Hayom Yom, we're doing for the 11th of Adar, and we're doing Adar Aleph in this video. Really is awesome. You know, we talked about in the past that how many different ideas and thoughts that we have to have while we daven, different meditations, different kavanas, and each one unlocks a different area, a different place. Moshe Steiner uses the example in his Hayom Yom of each place when you open with a meditation and you have it in mind, it unlocks another door. And the more meditations and the more kavanas and ideas that you have as you daven, the more doors you get to unlock. But what's great about today's Hayom Yom is some of us can't remember all the meditations. Some of us don't even know all of meditations. So today we're getting the master key to open every one of these doors as we are davening. Let's read it inside. There's a nice note here, this entire Hayom Yom originates from a letter from the previous Rebbe on the 12th of Tishrei in 1934. So when we read Hayom Yom inside, after I'll give you a reference to the Parsha and how it connects, and then I will also read this sentence or two from that letter, and we'll go to the message of the day. So for the Hayom Yom of the 11th of Adar Aleph, there is a well-known tradition concerning individuals who do not have the mental ability to concentrate on the kavanas or the mystical concepts to be meditated upon in the course of the prayers, either because they're not familiar with them or because they cannot recall the specific concepts at the appropriate points in the course of the prayers. It is sufficient that they have in mind a comprehensive kavana, and here is the master key, that their prayers should be heard by God as if they were recited with all the kavanas that are set out in the Kabbalistic text. So what the Hayom Yom was saying, what the Frierdiker Rebbe was saying and putting this in his letter was, sometimes we can't remember all these meditations. Sometimes we're not even aware of all of them, or we don't know what to think at the right place. By having in mind that these prayers should be heard by Hashem, recited with all the right kavanas that are set in the Kabbalistic text, whatever it may be, that is sufficient enough for our prayers to go to all the right places. So it's very interesting is that comparing this to this week's Parsha, we're learning about the tzitz. The tzitz was a band that the high priest wore on his head that said, Kadosh la Hashem, that it should be holy to Hashem. And the idea of the tzitz is that it was pleasing to Hashem, that the idea of the tzitz, it connects with the karbanos and that were given, that it should be pleasant to Hashem, that everything should become to a place of affection to Hashem. And that's how it's being connected today. That as we're davening, if we have just in mind that our tefillah should have all the kavanas, they are pleasant to Hashem and loved by Hashem, because Hashem hears all prayers. And here's the note that I wanted to read to you from the letter. It says in the letter from which this passage is taken, the Rebbe Rayatz continues, and he said this in Yiddish, and here's the translation. When a Jew starts to pray, and he thinks in his heart, Master of the universe, may my prayer be considered if I had in mind all the mystical concepts of the Kabbalah, that is certainly enough, for Hashem hears everyone's prayers. It's amazing. It really is special that for everybody that they can have all their tefillahs answered just by having this in mind. That is the master key. Have a wonderful day. Have a great and successful week. It is almost Purim. Lots of joy, lots of success, lots of good energy, and we'll talk a little bit more later.